Hey all you Let's Play fans, Baltus MC bringing you more Resident Evil Director's Cut. So are we going to take Rebecca with us? Why, yes we are.
Alright, let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would you like to go ahead?
Figures she'd make us lead, huh? Jeez. Anyways, if you say no to her instead during that cutscene, she will stay behind in that room and heal you up to 3 times, I believe, which is nice, but in doing so you'll change some events later on in the game, and I think it also locks you out of getting the best ending, which is something I don't want to do. I want to try and get the best ending I can for this Let's Play. Alright, so let's go ahead and avoid that zombie and walk down this way. Now you want to make sure you get by this zombie here. Well, that was a lot easier. Usually if you just run while facing the other wall where the windows are, you can zip by him really fast. Alright, we want to make sure you kill this zombie down here first. Alright, is he dead? Yes, he is. That way we can get more room to face this zombie, the second zombie here. Fuck you up. Oh yeah, you're faking it. You're not a politician. Get your ass up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Is he dead? Looks that way. Awesome. Alright, now you want to make sure you stick up against this wall when you're running down this hallway. Just like so. And then make sure you open up this door with the sword key. We'll come back and kill that zombie later on, but right now I want to make sure I conserve as much ammo as possible. Speaking of ammo, you can find a clip here on this bed. Always nice. We'll come back to this room later on when I have a different weapon. You'll see why later on. But for now, we'll make our way out of this room. And then down to this door. Alright, does this hallway look familiar? Well, it should. But now that we have the sword key, we can go down to this door and open it. Got a nice design on that door, too. Very unique. Alright, what do we got in here? Alright, if you go down this way and you see this bookshelf here, go ahead and push that out of the way. If I fucking can. There we go. And what do we got back here? Music notes. Go ahead and nab that. Let's go ahead and play us some piano then. Chris the Rockstar. Ah, he can't read music. Oh well. He's gonna try anyways, though.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
Will we have Rebecca practice? Sure.
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Seems like a good time to practice piano anyways. It's not like you're in a zombie-infested mansion and all your teammates are dead. Oh, wait. I always like that cutscene too, by the way, where she walks in, she says, "It's me, Chris!" And then after he waves at her, 3 seconds later he asks, "Is that you, Rebecca?" Well, no shit it is, you just waved at her. Yeah, even if you say no there, she'll stick behind and play the piano anyways. So it's just a lot easier to say yes, regardless. Alright, we're gonna cut through the main hallway over here. And we'll go through these blue doors over here. Alrighty, well, what do we got in here? We have a little staircase right here that if we push it behind this statue... We'll wait till the camera angle changes. You'll see there's something up there in the pot of that statue. So let's go ahead and nab that. Ooh, it's a map of the first floor! Sweet. So let's go to our menu and check it out. You can see there's a whole bunch of other rooms we haven't explored yet. We'll get to those in due time, because this mansion is frickin' huge. Got lots of stuff to do in here yet. Alright, back down the staircase. Alright, if you push this dresser out of the way and go back there, there's actually an ink ribbon on a shelf back there. But you have to go through a zombie in order to do that, and I don't want to do that. Alright, use the sword key over here. And that's the last sword key door in the whole mansion, so we get to throw that key away. I always wonder how he knew that was the last sword key door. Maybe Chris is clairvoyant or some shit like that. Alright, down this hallway. Oh shit, doggy! How dare you scare me like that, you fucking mutt. Hopefully PETA isn't watching this. Aha, you're dead, you bitch. Maybe it is a bitch too, and I'm just being, accurate. Alright. Oh shit. Reload! Sometimes you can hear that sound of your gun running out of bullets. Alright. You see this shelf here looks a little bit different from the rest. Let's go ahead and push that out of the way. And right here, we get another clip. That's always good. You never have enough of that shit. Actually, we'll have enough of it later on, but that'll be when the handgun becomes useless in place of another weapon that we get. Alright, here is another main source of healing in the game. Herbs. I always call them herbs, but I know it's pronounced herb. I don't know, I never learned. That's what I get for being white. But yeah, herb alone won't be able to heal you completely. I think one herb heals you from around, like, I don't know, 30-40% of your health. But we will find other ways to make these stronger later on. Come in here and inspect the bathtub. Oh man, that is some rank looking water. Muddy water? Well, it looks worse than that. Looks like fucking radioactive water. Alright. And in here we get a key. A small key to be exact. We got, that makes 2 of them that we collected so far? Yeah. We'll find out what those do soon enough. I always found it funny that when he drains that water in that tub, that the little key doesn't go down the drain too. Because you think that'd be the very first thing that would happen. Alright, we got some more zombie baddies in here. I know you're faking it, you fuck. Be nice if you could kill these guys in 3 bullets. But you have to go to the easy game to do that. Alright. Wait till he gets on screen there. Well, did he actually die from just like 3 bullets? Maybe I take that back. Yeah, he's dead. Jesus. That was lucky. Alright, if we come in here, you can hear there's some crows in here. So that's kind of foreboding. But if you inspect this picture, it says from cradle to grave. And that's kind of a hint on how to solve the puzzle that's in here. There's a whole bunch of different pictures in here, I think 6 in total, 6 or 7. And you have to arrange them from youngest to oldest. So right here we have a newborn baby. We'll press the switch underneath that picture. And I always hate that corner. You saw I rounded it just there, but I have to round it again. It's kind of retarded. Alright, we got a picture of an infant. So that's next in line. And if we come down here, got a picture of a lively boy. Push the button there. We got a picture of a young man right here. That's the next one in line. Let's see. Next one is the tired middle-aged man. So press that button. See, look at that. It rounded that corner already. Why do I have to do it twice? It's bullshit. We got a picture of a bold-looking old man. Then once you press all those buttons, go down to this picture here. That's entitled End of Life. And then press the button underneath that picture. That seems like a lot of work just to uncover something behind that picture, doesn't it? But anyways, I think if you get the order wrong and you press the wrong button, I think the crows attack you. I'm not too sure on that one. Also, if you try and shoot at them, they'll attack you. I would do that just as a demonstration, but hey, I want to save all the bullets I can right now. They are too damn important to be wasting on fucking birds. Alright, let's go over here and unlock this door. I got one zombie in here to deal with. Get your ass up, you fucker. One more bullet for you. Alright, now he's dead. And over here we get another green herb. I'll try not to say herb as much as my whiteness wants me to say that. Alright, what we can do with herbs is we can combine them together. So if we mix two green herbs together, we now have 2 herbs in this one thing here. And I think that'll heal you up to like 75% of your health, I want to say. I'm not really sure on the statistics for that, or the percentages. But you can mix up to 3 green herbs together. And of course with 3 of them you can get a full heal out of it. Alright, we got another 4th dimensional box in here. Let's go ahead and drop off the herbs and the crest. And we'll keep the small key on us. What do we got over here? Chemical. So we'll go ahead and take that. And if you check it out, they'll say a chemical to kill weeds. So it's an herbicide, huh? We'll have to figure out where we can use that. Well, actually, I know where I can use that, and we're going to head there right now. Alright, as tempting as it is, don't go up the stairs because there's zombies up there and I don't have a whole lot of bullets to waste right now. I did that the very first time I was test playing through here. Ended up running out of bullets, and that is something that's really shitty to happen to you if you're playing this game. You might as well just restart because you're not going to make it through the game with just the knife. Alright, back this way. But yeah, I did a test play earlier, and I got pretty far in the game, I think over halfway, which is really nice because in doing so, I collected a whole bunch of ammo. So if you guys follow this Let's Play, for the first time you're going to play Resident Evil, you'll actually have quite a bit of ammo if you follow my example. I was originally going off of a video walkthrough for this game, and it was pretty good. It was a really good walkthrough, but he didn't get everything in the game, like all the different ammo pickups that you could get. Which to me is something that's very, very important, especially if you don't want to have this handgun forever. Alright, just go back through this doorway here. I don't know if you can hear it. You can still hear Rebecca practicing back there. It's funny is if you listen to her play, you can hear her fuck up every now and then start over. It's kind of hilarious. Alright, now let's take out this zombie now that we have more bullets. Had to reload there really fast. You dead? Yeah, you're faking it, you fuck. Alright, so let's go back this way. And through this doorway here. Alright, when you come in here, if you walk forward just a little bit, you'll see that there's something really nasty in that fountain there. You don't want to walk over there because there'll be a really bad scene of Chris getting a tentacle shoved up his ass. And unless you're into hentai, you're not going to like that crap. And if you come over here, though, you'll see that there's a water pump over here with the lid open. So let's go ahead and throw that chemical there and see what happens. You are getting pwned, Mr. Plant. That's what you get for wanting to tentacle rape me. Alright, now it's safe to walk back here. I don't know how much they hurt if you try and walk by them, but I don't want to find out. Alright, if we come over here, we find another mansion key. Let's go ahead and inspect that, see what kind of key that is. This is the armor key. Awesome sauce. Now we can unlock armor doors. Sorry there, I had to burp. And it looks like there's something else on the other side of this glass here. We'll have to come back to that later on. But over here on this shelf, there's a whole bunch of herbs here. Right here we get a red herb. Now what a red herb does is if you mix that with a green herb here, you'll actually get something that will fully heal you. That way you don't have to use a combination of 3 herbs together to fully heal. This alone right here will heal you up to maximum. So that's really nice. When you see red herbs, you want to collect them as much as possible. There's another one in this room, but I won't get that till much later on, because I'm out of inventory space as it is. Alright, back down this hallway we go. Room. Alright, now let's go up to this door, and with the armor key we can unlock it. Alright, what do we got in here? First of all, we see a desk back here, and if you have a small key on you, you can actually unlock desks. So that's really nice. And what do we get? Ooh, we get shotgun shells. Excelente. Not going to complain about that. Alright, get another clip in here, that's always good. And then what's this over here? A broken shotgun? What good's that gonna do me? Well, you'll have to find out in the next video, so stay tuned for more Resident Evil Director's Cut. Yeah, think about that, Chris.